farmer, friend, singer-songwriter, Lyal Strickland.
And that's farmer, friend, and jack of all trades, Chris Horn.
And we're those Tastebudguys.
Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining us one more time. I'm Chris, that's Lyal. We are those Tastebudguys. We just gonna run with that?
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right. So, first time joining us, this is what you're gonna get.
My daughter's 3 and she's gonna think that's hilarious. Taste bud guys.
Man, it isn't the first episode, but we haven't had that much yet. Anyways, if it's first time joining us, I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We'd, if you want to grab you a glass and have something beside us. If you've got this particular one, that'd be great. This is kind of a special beer, so you may not have it around. Which I know. Why do we do special beers that you guys probably can't get? Because we like to drink them, and we need content. That's why.
Content. Let me make you some content.
Yes, content is what we make. First thing in the morning content. We started this first thing in the morning. Anyways, also, just real quick, we've got some bottles sitting over here from our friends over at Samuel Burton.
Oh my gosh, Sam Burton.
That they have given us, with several, there's a bunch on the shelf behind us as well. Yeah. You're going to see a lot of episodes coming up with them, but because they give us so many, we definitely will make sure they get some screen time, along with several other Missouri distillers we've been working with. So pay attention to the stuff we got sitting over here behind our subscribe sign. I know we would appreciate it if you go check them out, but they would very, very much appreciate it if you go check them out.
I think people are sleeping on Missouri.
There's some good stuff out here.
They're sleeping on Missouri for wine, for liquor. Honestly, Missouri has some great beer, so I think that's been known for a while. But I think that there's some really good stuff. Now, there's some not good stuff too, but I think like people are sleeping on some stuff.
Yeah. Well, tell Chrissy we said hi. Check out our QR code over in the corner. Leave us a tip so you can buy us another beer if you like. And speaking of Missouri beers,
we're doing one from Wisconsin.
How's that segue?
Only in Wisconsin.
Only in Wisconsin. So you probably already know which one we're talking about.
I'm just going to go ahead and say this again. I've said it before when we've done this on the show. When one of our friends is up and through Wisconsin, we place orders.
There's only one request.
And I got the lucky ticket one day I was touring up through there, playing some shows. And I got a big shopping list for New Glarus, which you can only buy in Wisconsin, from what I understand. I think maybe some folks may sneaking some stuff over the border a little bit occasionally, but it's very hard to get outside of Wisconsin. I rolled through with 2 grocery carts. I think it gets bigger every time I tell the story.
Say last time it was 1 grocery.
now it's 2 grocery carts, but it was full, chock full of beer at 7:30 in the morning at a grocery store. And the clerk didn't even bat an eye. She just started checking stuff out, and she goes, "Out of state?" And I was like, "Yes, ma'am." Yes, ma'am. New Glarus is a phenomenal brewery.
Really
woman-owned and women.
Yeah, their name was Deborah and Daniel.
Okay.
It was Carrie or Corey? I think it was Carrie. Debbie and Daniel Carey. Is the owners, and I assume also the brewers of that. What we wasn't able to find was the ABV on this, so we looked it up, and it said it's 9%.
This is part of their This is part of their thumbprint series. This is the Scream Double IPA. You probably know New Glarus from their incredible as a lager, right? Is this just a lager?
I think so.
New Glarus Spotted Cow.
Yeah.
Phenomenal stuff. Let's get to the drink of beer.
So first of all, let's just talk about looking at this thing. I dare you to try to look through this thing. This is as opaque as any big, heavy brown beer you're ever going to get. Or
I don't normally read what's on the back of bottles and cans and stuff, just because I don't want to influence what I'm getting ready to drink. But I'm going to read this one because
this one's got like a nice, light, almost cherry.
I love IPAs,
hint of a cherry note.
And I've drifted away from IPAs because I've had some pretty bad ones the last couple of years. But I feel like this is going to.
It's because everybody decided they need to make 3.
Exactly, yeah. Scream pierces effortless slices above our brewery skies. Just as old age. Here's what I wanted to get to. Scream boasts 4 pounds of hops per barrel. that reverberate cleanly through our double IPA. 7 hop varieties, including experimental and estate-grown hops, dominate this brew from kettle boil to dry hopping. 7 hop varieties, 4 pounds per barrel. I was just
So dry hopping.
and kettle boil too. I mean, there's just like hop after hop after hop after hop. Apparently, it's a beautiful plant, by the way. Hops.
Yeah, there's a light cherry in the nose, I feel like.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I know I'm not supposed to say fuck on YouTube because I have to mark.
I think it's after the first like 45 seconds.
Oh,
you're
good.
okay.
Right
You
there.
can fuck all you want.
Fuckity fuck fuck fuck. Everyone who knows me personally will love that. I'm thinking all the people I went to church with and my mom and everyone's gonna love that. But I think this deserves an F-bomb. This deserves a fuck. That's good. This is what I love about IPAs, which I know tells you nothing about the nose or the taste. I'm getting there. So the nose is bright and floral, but the real thing is when you taste it.
Yeah.
It's just these teeny tiny little bubbles. Carbonation level's perfect, and it just does kind of take you through a little story of bitterness. I mean, it's an IPA. It is about the bitter quotient, but it moves through this little roller coaster of bitter flavors.
So what I found interesting with it is, so generally double IPA starts to build the malt part up and dial the hoppy bitterness back.
Yeah.
This one did not do that.
Do you like it? Because we matched. You did not like IPAs when we first started drinking beers.
At all, any of them.
And then
It wasn't until I got into a double or triple that I really started.
Our cross section was at doubles and triples because of the high malt content. And you're right. This doesn't have this. Do you like this or do you hate it?
No, I actually do really like it. However, I want to say it is absolutely not what I expected. This is not what I anticipated it being. I thought it was going to be more malt heavy, more sticky, more sweet.
Yeah.
And it's not that. It is thick, but the hoppiness really pulls through.
I think this is...
They did a really good job of it. Now, that being said, it's not the kind of IPAs that I personally love, as Lyal said. It ends with the sour, bitter hops, and I like the more the hazy New England style.
You either like citrus
is good.
hazy IPAs, or you like high malt double, from my experience. This is right up my alley, and this is what when I order an IPA, this is what I'm after.
Though.
This is where I'm searching. I want this level of dryness on the finish, but a big burst of bitter flower hops on the
I will throw this in as well. I will say one thing. My standard for IPA is along with some of the other big stouts and stuff that I like. There's one thing that has to be said across all of them. They have to have the ABV to back it. I will not drink a 4.5% IPA.
Yeah, little session IPAs.
I just, that's wasting my time. Because there's not something I love about them to begin with, so if I'm not even getting the alcohol, it just doesn't click my boxes. At 9%...
Are you saying you search out your beers based on the ABV?
I think it is part of the quotient. How much, it just totally depends. It won't stop ringing.
I don't know if that phone might come through.
I don't know why in the world it just keeps on going. I also don't know who it was. Whatever, I'll figure it out in a minute. Anyways,
This is phenomenal.
it's really good. At the end of the day, it's really freaking good.
I'm not surprised. New Glarus.
No, not in the least.
New Glarus is like
The expectation, the bar was already there, so they did have to meet a certain area because I have a pretty high expectation for their product.
New Glarus is one of those beers. If you haven't had New Glarus, we were just at Nobleton's distillery.
Correct?
West of Washington, Missouri, somewhere up there.
No.
I can't remember what town it's in.
I don't. We was reasonably inebriated when we got there, but
We were.
I think it was.
Which, by the way, we're going to do a couple things on the show from them. They make some phenomenal whiskey, but the brewer had a private.
I think we're only doing one thing because I believe we only have one bottle.
One bottle, yeah.
So, Nobletons, we're gonna
Get with
need
us.
a little something if you want to do more than one bottle.
A private case, a private fridge of New Glarus, and we spotted it in the bottom. We go,
That's right. Hey, how we get some of that over
Some
there?
beer down
'Cause
there?
Is that New Glarus? I
they
see
go,
in the
"Oh."
bottom of that fridge.
that's the distiller's beer. And we go, oh,
Yeah, we could be friends.
good choice,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, it was definitely one of those things. Like, is that what I see down there?
All that to say, if you have never had New Glarus, go get yourself a New Glarus. I'm going to say this real quick about New Glarus. I know we're probably bumping up on time.
Sure.
Don't expect, because it is so hyped, don't expect New Glarus to be the most like bombastic flavor beer that you've ever had.
No, you're thinking of Prairie.
Prairie in Oklahoma. Oh,
Prairie Artisan Ales is bombastic
Delicious.
flavors. They do a great job with it.
what
But
New Glarus does is the perfect balanced beer for every single beer they do. Is the most just like Spotted Cow.
If
the
it
best
makes
lager you're ever gonna have.
if it makes it to a tap, they did it right before you ever tasted it.
But it's not crazy. It's not.
No.
It's not like a new flavor every week. You know, like bombastic
Except their
flavors.
cherry.
That's so good.
That's really something.
But just like this IPA, this is just simply one of the best IPAs I've ever had. Ever.
It's really, really genuinely
Phenomenal.
good. I wish you'd stop talking so we could actually finish this because I keep saving it so we can do our little toast at the end. And I'm like, dude, shut the hell up.
Well, let me talk a little more and say.
Hey, we do need to call out these guys again one more time. Please go over and check out Samuel Burton and all the other Missouri places we talked about, like Wood Hat. More Samuel Burton.
I'm excited to see whether
More Samuel Burton.
AI translated my gibberish as actual gibberish.
Gibberish? I'm curious how many people are still watching and waiting for us to toast out.
Until next
Versus the ones that just shut it off a while ago and said, screw it. Whether it's the, let's see, what is my line?
Whatever you want it to be. I mean, that's how we do this thing.
Well, whether it's
Change
New
it up.
Glarus you're drinking,
The food you're eating.
clothes you're wearing,
Or the people you're
Sam
meeting,
Burton.
grab a buddy and try something new.
Thanks, guys.